Hello everyone. Today we'll see about part 2 for safety provisions in case of charging station designs. As usual, we should know some terminology like electric vehicle, EVSE, circuit outlet, and many more. Well, this presentation is almost touching to the protection, earthing provided, and the fire. So let us see one by one. Residual current device for protection of supplies for EV shall have residual operating current not greater than 30 milliampere. So that is the limit given. The device shall interrupt all live conductors including the neutral in case of any event, that means the fault. It shall have a performance at least equal to type A and be in conformity with IS 732. See, basically, protection devices shall be permanently marked to identify two things, that is the function, that is the function of the device, and the location of the PCS. So, how this protective device is going to work and what is the location of it shall be clearly mentioned. Okay, and apart from this, there should be a dedicated sub-circuit protection of overcurrent device which shall be part of switchboard. So that is as per IEC 60947. Okay, and there should be discrimination between the residual current device protecting a connecting point and a residual current device installed upstream. So there should be separate, or you can say the bifurcation between the two, and along with this, the charging station shall be supplied from a sub-circuit protected by a voltage independent residual current device and also providing personal protection that is compatible with a charging supply for an EV. Well, apart from that, there should be an earth continuity monitoring system that disconnects the supply in the event that the earthing connection to the vehicle becomes ineffective. Right, so the monitoring system should identify the fault and it should disconnect the supply in case any fault is there. And the earthing shall be as per IS 732. There should be coordination for protected devices and it should be tested time to time, especially their timing for closing and reclosing, the current limits and voltage limits in case of over voltage conditions. Well, the cable must be tested. There should be a testing certification, especially for the insulation, whether the insulation is having variable resistance or not, and the insulation is withstanding all the temperature ranges. That means by changing the temperature, the property of insulation is not changing. That kind of certificate must be there for the cable which is used for connecting the charging point to the EV. Well, a protective earth conductor shall be provided to establish an equipotential connection, that is especially between the earth terminal of the supply and the conductive parts of the vehicle. Well, it should be basically such a way that sufficient rating to satisfy the requirement of especially IEC 60364, and that should be maintained, and that is nothing but the potential range in which especially electrostatic potential is maintained. Well, there are chances of fire at the charging stations because of the short circuits, etc. So some requirements to prevent fire for charging station is also mentioned, and that is enclosure of charging station shall be made of fire retardant material with self-extinguishing property and free from halogen. The fire detection, alarm and control system shall be provided as per Fire and Safety Act. EVSE use shall be conformed to IEC 62892. Okay, so in that case, basically, indirectly we can say that there should be a testing certification from the local fire authority who is going to give you that all these requirements has been strictly understood. Okay, so this presentation part 2 is for earthing and especially for fire protection. So if you have any question related to this, drop your comments here. Okay, thank you very much.